Welcome back to the channel, boys. Fabulous's coming at you next with another bleeding edge discussion video. And right here we actually have a Reddit post from one of the I guess community managers. I don't know, maybe it's a developer, but they post on the Reddit and actually go in depth with the Makutu rework. So I want to bring this to you guys' attention in case you were wondering, what they actually did, and if you want like the actual details and percentages, I guess, and what they actually, the nitty gritty of the Makutu rework. So let's go ahead and start off with the title, Makutu 2.0. Thanks to all of you. A while back, we asked for your feedback on Makutu, and you guys gave us some really great ideas, suggestions, and things to think about. Next patch, Makutu 2.0 is dropping, so I just wanted to pop in here and say thanks to you guys for working with us, being a part of the process, and helping make this rework a success. So here's a sneak peek of the changes coming. I really hope you guys enjoy the way we've taken him, and we're looking forward to seeing more Makutus in match. And I don't know, I've never seen this skin before. This might be a possible new skin. I don't know, but I like it. It's like Iron Man vibes, right? But I like that, they actually reached out. It was in a Discord. They were asking us what they thought would be changed and stuff like that. And for anybody that dropped ideas, we thank you. Well, not we, but the devs thank you. And we're glad that, glad that they actually listened to us. And it feels nice that the devs are so in touch with the community. Let's keep going. It says dev notes. While many players are really digging Makutu as a character, he wasn't viable in competitive matches, and we wanted to address that. Overwhelmingly, your feedback was that you saw Makutu filling a survivable/support tank role, able to hold objectives and bully enemies off your squishier teammates. This really gelled with our own goals for Makutu, so we went about this rework with that aim of enhancing that style of play and plugging some of the holes that made him a tough sell in competitive team comps. I personally thought that he already did that, but I guess I can see what they're saying, that it was hard to pull that off. So maybe with this new rework that they make it easier to do that. And I've always said that I never thought Makutu was weak. I just thought he was the hardest tank to get value out of, and seems like now they're just doubling down on making him easier to get that value. So let's see what they say. General, Makutu now moves at the same base speed as other fighters. This means that in aura stance, he can keep up with other players. Good, that's nice. Remove, how do you say that? PPK stance has been removed and is replaced with huaki stance. New stance, huaki. Huaki stance is new offensive stance. Increases all outgoing damage by 20%, plus 10% with new default mod Killa. Okay, solid, so 30% damage with the mod on. Increases movement speed by 20%, or sorry, 10%. Okay, solid. Huaki stance seems real nice so far. Let's see, let's bring it down a little bit about combos. So combo damage increased by 11%. Combo chain is slightly faster to execute. Makutu slides further towards his targets when attacking, nice, helping him stick to the target. That's always a problem I see with Makutu, is that you can be attacking somebody and then they get too far back and you just kind of lose your combo. It says Makutu can break out of combo attacks in movement earlier. Okay. The launching uppercut, executed by holding down the button on the final combo hit, now launches tanks and shielded enemies if used in Huaki stance. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay. In both stances, the launching uppercut can also be used to parry charging attacks, e.g. Meko Surge, Buttercups. Oh, okay. So if they're charging at you, use that uppercut and it'll stop them from charging. So honestly, if you time that correctly, you can actually save some teammates. Okay. Information about Makutu's held basic attack functionality called Quick Fist has been added to his ability page info. That's nice. Okay, a lot of people did not know about that. Dev notes, one of Makutu's biggest issues was his inability to stick to enemy fighters and the subsequent ineffectual damage he was dealing. Increasing his movement speed, combo damage, stance damage, combo speed, and step distance make Makutu a real threat at close range. It's perfect, okay, nice. So that makes him able to actually do some damage now without having for it to be so hard. Okay, Barge improved steering, hitbox size increased slightly. Dev notes this was one of Makutu's favorite abilities, so we didn't change much. The increased steering and hitbox makes it slightly easier to land. Nice, okay. Legate. Makutu gets more substantial speed boost when using Legate, as well as applying a cleanse to allies, and Makutu now become immune to movement impairing effects for a short time. Perfect. That is perfect. Okay, let's see what they had to say about that. Dev notes, given the quick pace of Bleeding Edge, it was hard to use Legate effectively to cleanse CC. With the post-use cleanse and the extra movement speed, Makutu can now do much more to get his allies out of trouble. It also provides Makutu a more reliable escape, given he lacks evade and parry. I like that, because one of the main problems I had with Makutu was that if you got caught in an oil slick, which is like probably the best CC ability in the game, if you got caught in the middle of it, then you would use Legate, and then by the time you got you used it, it would cleanse you for a second, and then you were slowed again. So now this actually makes so you can use it to get out of the oil slick and stuff. I like that. That's great. That's great. Repellent, now only available in Aura stance, changes to attractive and huaki stance. Increased range. Enemies are pushed back further. Enemies are now slowed for a short time after being pushed. We reworked VFX and animation to make Repellent feel more satisfying to use. So they're actually making it feel like extra powerful now. It's great, and it pushes people back. And they're slowed by default. It's not a card anymore. That's great. Okay, new ability, attractive, replaces Repellent while in huaki stance, sucks in surrounding enemies and slows them for a short time. Dev notes: in many ways the initial Repellent fell at odds with the rest of Makutu's kit because it pushed enemies away rather than bringing them into fighting range. However, many players also appreciated the utility of being able to appeal for their allies or push enemies off ledges. Having both a push and a pull move was an idea floated by many players during Makutu's discussions, and we think this works well for him. It provides an offensive option when he wants to be aggressive and attack, and a defensive option when he's trying to escape or peel for his allies. That's perfect because, yeah, when you think about it, if he's such a close range fighter, why would you want to push people away? But it is a good tool for, pushing people out of attacking range for your allies, or, just pushing people off ledges. So it's kind of nice that there's kind of duality to that ability now. Okay, let's see what they did to the super. Katamori, increased hitbox size. Speed is increased. What? I thought it was already pretty fast to begin with. Damage is increased. Enemies are knocked back further. Cooldown reduced. Dev notes: Katamori got an all-around buff since its pick rate was very low compared to Can't Touch Us. I don't know. I always use Katamori, so that's perfect for me. All right, let's see mods. I figured they would have to do some work to the mods, so let's see what they have to say. Dev notes: changes to Makutu's model were mainly in response to the changes of the rest of his kit, of course. Okay, remove the little engine that could. Players who own this mod will receive Killa instead. Remove bad influence. Players who own this model will receive step off instead. Added Killa. Huaki stance receives 7.5 to its damage bonus. This is a new default mod. Added step off. Repellent pushes players back 50% further. Adjusted. Chill out now increases the slow amount for both repellent and attractive. This is now a default mod. Adjusted lickety split now reduces the cooldown for both repellent and attractive. Okay, that's good. Adjusted big hurt. Enemies hit by attractive now take 5% more damage from all sources for the next 5 seconds. Holy crap. Okay. Damn, so if you pull the whole team, that's a 5% damage debuff. Or buff, I don't know what would it be. I guess debuff to everybody that you pulled in. That's crazy. Adjusted in the zone. Fix an unintended behavior, allowing every slap of quick fist to trigger cooldown reductions. Impacts from held inputs now yield a smaller cooldown commensurate with their attack speed. The mod description has been updated to reflect this change. It's kind of a confusing one, but alright. New default mods. So this is what he starts with. Meat Shield. I don't even know what Meat Shield is. Probably health or something. Killa replaces the engine that could. And Chill Out replaces Big Hurt. And here we have some bug fixes. Let's go down a little bit. Fix issues where Makutu's aerial kick could KO tanks who are standing on the floor, leading to an unrecoverable knockdown loop. I've seen that on Reddit. And fix an issue allowing Makutu to break his mount up cast animation 1 frame before it was completed. Alright boys, so there you have it, the details of the Makutu rework, Makutu 2.0. I actually really like where they're taking him. They're making him so that way both of his stances, it's like one's really into the defensive side and one's really into the offensive side. So it's going to be interesting, and a lot of Makutu mains and people who want to master Makutu, it's almost like it's just as complex but in a different way. Now it's more, well, I guess it's a little bit less complex, but now you're having to decide when should I be offensive and when should I be defensive, and they're making it really strong. So you can actually solo tank with Makutu. You're always able to, but now it's like he's going to be an actual danger, and I think he's going to be really, really strong in objective control, because that is when you're fighting around, it's like concentrated battles. So his ability to maintain area and just dominate space is going to be really effective in objective control. I'm super excited for the Makutu rework. I love Makutu how he was, and it seems that they're just making him better. I like how they broke it down for us and everything, so now I'm really, really excited. But if you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. It truly helps me out a lot. You can also check out my other videos. Links are in the description below. I have a lot of crazy builds in there and some fun matches, so go ahead and check that out. And you might as well follow my social media. I have a Twitter and an Instagram, both at @fat_Bloonskis. But with all that being said, deuces.